Have you ever found yourself standing at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take? Maybe it was a major life decision, a job opportunity, a relationship, or even a moment of moral compromise. In that moment, the weight of choosing rightly feels overwhelming, and suddenly you find yourself asking, what does God want me to do? Today, we're diving into a scripture that speaks to those exact moments. It's a verse that provides clarity, guidance, and a sense of security when the path ahead feels uncertain. It comes from the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verses 5 and 6, a passage you might have heard before. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. Let's unpack that together. The first part, trust in the Lord with all your heart, is an invitation not just to believe in God, but to place your full confidence in him. Think about it. When you trust someone with all your heart, you don't hold back. You don't question whether they'll come through for you. That's the kind of trust God asks us to have, not a partial belief or a backup plan, but complete reliance on him. And then we're told, lean not on your own understanding. Here's where it gets challenging, right? Because we live in a world where independence and self-reliance are celebrated. But Proverbs reminds us that our own understanding, as sharp as it seems, is limited. It can be clouded by fear, pride, or incomplete information. God, however, sees the whole picture. Leaning on his wisdom, on his eternal perspective, can recalibrate our decisions in ways we could never imagine. Leaning on his wisdom, on his eternal perspective, can recalibrate our decisions in ways we could never imagine. The next part says, in all your ways submit to him. This is about surrender, not in a way that makes you weak, but in a way that realigns your life to God's greater plan. Submitting to him means stepping off the throne of your own life and allowing God to guide you. And here's the promise. He will make your paths straight. That doesn't mean the road will always be easy or free of obstacles, but it will be purposeful. It will be right. So how does this scripture apply to you and me today? Maybe you're facing a tough decision and every option feels uncertain. Or perhaps you're overwhelmed by a season of waiting, unsure of when the next step will come. Proverbs 3, 5-6 reminds us to bring those moments to God. Trust him fully. Let go of trying to figure it all out on your own. And in that surrender, watch as he begins to align your path, not with your plan, but with his purpose. So tonight, or whenever you find a moment of quiet, I challenge you to reflect. What's one area of your life where you're still leaning on your own understanding? And what would happen if you handed that over to God? Let's go into this week with a renewed sense of trust, knowing that when we make him the center of our decisions, he promises to guide us. Because no matter how uncertain the road may seem, the one leading us never wavers.